Hello everyone. So, where am I right now? I'll tell you where I am. I'm not in the city, and that's all that matters. I was thinking about a conversation I had with a workmate, because I was working in a factory and I was supposed to start at 5 in the morning to help him on his printing machine. I was his printing assistant, and I would always turn up at like 5:30 sort of thing. And he would get angry at me because I would turn up late, fair enough. But no matter what I did in that particular job, I just couldn't get there on time. Because I couldn't sleep at night. And I remember him saying to me, you couldn't be a farmer because you have to get up early if you're a farmer. And I thought to myself, well, maybe I couldn't be a farmer, but it wouldn't be because I couldn't get up early. And here's why. In the city, it's very hard to sleep at night. There's people playing their loud music with the bass up as loud as they can have it. There's factory noise, there's trucks, there's cars. We're talking 3 in the morning. And I can never have a solid sleep. Now, it's been a year since I last went on an overnight hike. Went for an overnight hike up Mount Pirongia June last year, middle of winter. Been on lots of day hikes, 5 or 6 hour hikes, but haven't been on an overnight one since then. I'm going on another overnight one in a couple of weeks, but in the meantime, I'm just escaping the city out in a place like this, even though you can still hear planes going over and you can still hear the tractors from the farms nearby, and you can hear the roosters and stuff. But here comes a plane now. Hear it? And I thought about last time I went on my mountain hike. I wondered why I had so much more energy the second day than I did the first day, because we already walked like 5 or 6 hours on the first day, and yet on the second day I had more energy. And then I realised, well, I had a really quality sleep up that mountain. I remember everybody was in the hut, because we all slept in a hut, and I went outside and I couldn't hear a thing. All I could hear was the ringing in my ears and an owl. Those are the only 2 things I could hear, the ringing in my ears and an owl. There wasn't even a breeze. You couldn't hear any city noise. Now, if I didn't have the ringing in my ears, it would have been the most quiet I'd ever heard. So I went back inside and I went to bed after everybody else. Because I was looking at the stars and I could looking at the faraway city lights that were off in the distance. It was very strange, but mostly I was looking at the stars. But they were amazing. It was like I was on the Starship Enterprise or something. Make it so, number 1. Anyway, space, the final frontier. So I went to bed. I was right by the cabin window, which was really good because they had 2 separate cabins, one for boys and one for girls, and that still connected to the same building. There was a kitchen, and from the kitchen you would walk into the boys and girls cabin, and of course the boys cabin smelled like fart and old feet, and then everybody was sleeping. There was nobody snoring, which was good. And I was by the window, so I thought, oh good, so I'll open the window, and I had the window open. I had this nice cool winter air coming in, and I was in my warm sleeping bag, and it was wonderful. And I can't remember anything until I woke up. And I think I was one of the first ones to wake up as well, but I still had a long sleep. I still must have slept for 8 hours or so, 7 or 8 hours. And I woke up and I had so much energy. I was full of life. I had no headache. I was like, oh, this is great. Why? Because I had a quality sleep, which is something I can't get in the city. And I got up straight away. The sun was still coming up, so it must have been like 7 in the morning. So that just goes to show that if I have a quality sleep, I have no trouble waking up. That's what I need. I need a quality sleep. And you can't get that in the city because inconsiderate people with their loud music. You've got trucks and cars and factory noise, because we live near some factories that go through the night. I think the modern lifestyle really does suit some people better than others. The fast pace, all the technology you have. And it's all about, getting as much possessions as possible. But the thing is, with the more stuff you have, the more stuff you have to worry about. And if you're a person like me who worries a lot, you don't want more stuff. You just want to be some. I want to sort of explore the world, even explore New Zealand. That's all I want to do. But I can't make money at factory places because, well, first off, they pay you the minimum wage for a couple of years, and if you're a person like me who can't handle that sort of job, you're never going to advance in that sort of place. I mean, I want an outdoors job, but I can't find one. If I had an outdoors job, I could actually advance. I mean, my first job was an outdoors job. I was working on a nursery, and I worked there for 2 years, and I loved the job, but my boss was kind of evil. We had an amazing turnover rate. I didn't realise at the time because it was my first job. I didn't realise that we had such a bad turnover. I thought every job just had one worker come in for a month and then leave, and then another worker come in for a month and then leave. And I was seeing all these people come and go, and I was like, what's going on? Well, for a start, my boss was paying me less than the minimum wage. And secondly, he was very abusive to people. Very abusive. He would swear at people, and you know, people don't need to put up with that. But I stayed there for a couple of years because I liked the job. I just didn't like the boss. I eventually left because I didn't like the boss, and I realised that the minimum wage was 50%. It was 50 cents more than what I was earning. I had another factory job. Not a factory job, a nursery job, and I loved that job. It's my favourite job ever because I went to another nursery later on, and I was there for 2 years as well. But I left for some reason. I don't know why I left. I don't know why. Why did I leave? It was quite a way out of Hamilton, so I did have to bike a long way to get there. My mum used to drop me off halfway. I used to get driven 10 kilometres, bike 10 kilometres, and then bike 20 kilometres home. So that was probably the reason I left. But I shouldn't have left. I should have stayed there. I've actually applied there twice since I left, but they never have any work. I think because people like staying there. So I wish I had never left that job. But I did. And then I worked in a factory for 10 years, and I hated it the whole time. I was down the whole time. I was angry the whole time. I was lazy the whole time because I was where I was working. A mentally strenuous job, which is what factory work is. It's mentally draining. A physically draining job you get used to, right? It's like going to the gym. You build up, or running. You build up your strength. But with physically draining jobs, you get used to it. Your body gets used to it, but your brain can't get used to a mentally draining job. Your brain can't get used to a boring, repetitive job. It just can't. Some people's can. Mine can't. My brain is stupid. And some people, when you're working in these factories, and and the people you're working with don't understand why you're getting so stressed out and so angry and so down and so sad, because they look at themselves and they think, I'm doing well. Yeah, well, the thing is, everybody's different. Some things work for some people, other things don't work for others. Hello, Fantail. Hang on. Look, he's just come to see me. Hello, Fantail. Oh. They're very friendly birds. I once had, it was only a temporary job, but it was a rubbish job. I was on the back of a rubbish truck, running behind a rubbish truck, picking up bags, throwing it into the rubbish truck. And we used to do it in the city, but we used to do it in the countryside as well. And I loved that job. It was so good. I was outside, I was doing something physical, I was looking all over the countryside, and there was nobody barking in my ear. I would get back into the truck, and me and the truck driver would have a good laugh. Then I'd jump on the back of the truck and just, the wind blowing through in your face, just seeing all these things pass by, and you get in the rubbish bin. The only thing I didn't like was the maggots, but people leave their rubbish bags out overnight, and flies come and lay their eggs in them. You're supposed to put them out in the morning so that doesn't happen, but that's the only thing I didn't like. Yeah, it was a magic job, and a lot of people could not handle that job. A lot of people would hate that job. But not me, because we're all different. And I think that's the key to being successful. It's not just about working hard. It's about finding a job. It's about finding the right career path for you. It's about knowing the right people who will get you along that path. It's about being in the right place at the right time. Hard work comes into it. But if it's something that you hate and it drives you crazy, then you're never going to work hard. You're just going to work. You're going to work sad. You're going to work. It's going to be too hard to work hard. Some people can do repetitive factory work. Some people can do that. Some people can do that for 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, because they love to make money. When it comes to my mental state, if I'm doing something that my mental state can't handle, then the making money part of it is secondary. Now, I wish I could have stayed at that rubbish job, but it was only a temporary job. I was filling in for somebody else. It was somebody else's job, so I only had it for a few months. And then they said, oh, this person's coming back, so we've got no place for you, but you knew it was going to be temporary to start with, so see you later. And what could I do? I knew that was going to happen, but I really wish there was some way I could have worked there. I mean, I've applied there since, but they haven't replied back. I like doing outdoor stuff. That's what I like doing. That's what I'm good at. That's what I feel fulfilled at. I don't know about building. I'd probably be useless at that. I'd probably put a nail through my hand or something stupid like that. Here comes another plane. But anyway, is that plane go away, plane? Yeah, I think that's part of the key to being successful, is to find something that you're good at, that you can do. It's not just about working hard. It's about finding something that you can work hard at. And also knowing the right people and being in the right place at the right time. That comes into it as well. I'm not denying that hard work has a part to play. Of course it does. But when people look at me and see that I've got nowhere in life, you know, it doesn't look like I will ever be able to buy a home. They think it's because, you know, you're a wuss or a crybaby or you're lazy, but it's not. It's because you're good at certain things and bad at certain things. And these people who look at you and think that way about you, that you're useless, they are good at the things you're bad at. And, you know, to be fair, they're probably bad at the things that you're good at. And I'm a good example of that. I don't mind being rained on. I don't mind getting muddy. In fact, I got muddy as I was walking out here because I walked right through a big mud puddle because I was scared that my bike would get stuck in it. I don't mind the wind. I do mind the sun, but I always wear a hat. I mean, it's winter right now, so I don't care that the sun's shining on me because I'm not going to get sunburned. And I'm kind of surrounded by trees. In fact, I'm kind of enjoying the sun because actually it's not winter, it's late autumn, it's almost winter. But that's the key to success, I think, is to find something, not just work hard, but to find something that you can work hard at. Because some things you're trying to work hard, you know what I mean? You're trying hard to work hard, but it's just not for you. So it's never going to work. But other places you can work hard. Other places are good for you. And you don't have to work hard to work hard. You just work hard naturally. Does that make any sense? And factory work, I work hard to work hard, but it doesn't work. I end up being useless. But outside work, I don't know about building. Like I said, I probably do stupid things like put a nail through my hand or drop a brick on somebody's head. But for at least in terms of doing the rubbish run I was on and working on a nursery, I am good at outside work. And I don't have to work hard. I just work hard naturally. There's my bike up there. Sounds like there's some people around. I can hear them, but I can't see them. Look at these trees. Look how tall they are. I can hear a cicada. That's quite unusual for late autumn. Amazing, isn't it, out here? Look at the sun shining through those trees. By the way, tell me what sort of videos you guys enjoy. I noticed that my nature videos get longer viewing times, but they don't get as many views. So maybe you've got some requests. Maybe you've got some requests for some old folk songs. Maybe you've got some requests for some modern songs that you want me to try to cover. So give me some feedback, because half the time I don't know what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. Yeah, just tell me what you like. If you like my naturey, talky type videos, just let me know. But if you prefer my music ones and you want to see more of those, and you have any suggestions about any sort of music that you think songs that I think I would do a good version of, then just let me know and I'll give it a go. And do you like my outdoor exploration videos? Do you like the ones where I go and find fungi of all sorts? Just let me know what you want to see, I guess. And so yeah, any suggestions of folk songs, send them this way. Any suggestions for any type of other video you want to see, just let me know and I'll give it a go. Because like I said, I'm going through a bit of a musical dry patch, so I'm willing to explore a bit more in the type of content I'm doing. This isn't a forest, by the way. It's I'm actually out in the country. This is an arboretum. It's kind of a small man-made forest. Yeah, see, as you can see, countryside. Yeah. So anyway, see you next time.